And welcome to another edition of the Kellum Connect MD videocast. Gabe Farias and Dr. Danny Kellum from Kellum Family Medicine. Refreshed, back. You were on vacation. We kind of skipped you last week to introduce our new providers, Krista Selden and Tina Molinay, to talk a little bit about them and their new involvement with the practice. But you're back, you're refreshed, and you're tan.
Like that?
Wow, yes. Well, like SPF what? Because I know that you've got a skin issue.
A lot of skin.
Yes. And I saw you bike riding with Nicholas.
Yes.
Man, you guys look like you had a blast.
It was a good time. Went to Florida, spent some time with my family. It was a well-deserved getaway for sure. But I saw that you quickly replaced me.
I did.
Quickly.
I did.
With two young, beautiful, smart women.
Yes, well, they're fantastic new
very
providers.
Very opportunist of you.
I know. In case you missed it, last week I made the declaration that I have a new provider, Tina Molinay. I'm sorry. And all I got was a single word text from Dr. Kellum from Florida that just said traitor.
As he is.
Dr. Kellum, as we expand our communication with our patients, we always have Facebook, we have our email. We've just established Kellum TV. It's a YouTube channel. And by the way, guys, if you can, you're looking at this, click subscribe there at the bottom. When you click subscribe there at the bottom, you're going to get alerts on these upcoming videos that we talk about. But it's just enhancing our communication, going from an audio podcast to a video webcast now.
Now, we're really excited about this for sure. We've always really been, I think, cutting edge in terms of trying to find ways that we can communicate with our patients, because my thought on that is, it's not just informational stuff, lab values, appointment times, referral times. Those things are very, very important. But, I think we need to find a way to have a continual dialogue with our patients to really kind of lay out new information, new things that come up, worries in the community that are coming up, like the measles outbreak, for example, or a flu outbreak, for example, or there's a number of different things, or the mumps vaccine questions that come out with that. So there's always questions that people may have, and so this allows us an opportunity in a vehicle to really get out and communicate with patients, let you know what things you should and shouldn't worry about, have you come in if it's something that's concerning you, and then with our Kellum Connect MD service to be able to quickly access and connect so that we can answer questions and settle worries and concerns so that we can do the best job we can to maintain our connection and our dialogue with our patients.
And that's a great segue, because this videocast is brought to you by KellumConnectMD.com. If you have any acute illnesses, if you're feeling bad and you want to see a provider online on time, visit KellumConnectMD.com, enter the coupon code Get Well. You're going to get $10 off your visit. And this, quite frankly, Dr. Kellum, is how you communicate with your patients. You watching this video right now is very similar to how you would talk to Dr. Kellum or any of our providers on the Kellum Connect MD portal.
Absolutely. So this is exactly right. And it's interesting to me is because it's taken time for patients to really get sort of comfortable with this medium and feel comfortable in sharing things in this face-to-face platform. But it's actually proven to be very helpful. And one of the things that we've done, as well as create this YouTube channel so that we can continue communication, is that we've employed and have sent one of our employees out to the hospitals for our patients that are in the hospital now, so that we can have these kind of visits and stay connected with them. 20 years ago, we would be the ones that are in the hospital seeing patients all the time, but now that's just very difficult based on the structure of healthcare now for that to be the case. But one of the things that bothers me is that we lose our patient connection there. And so we have someone who comes out to the hospitals now who will visit with you on a daily basis, not from a healthcare perspective, but just from our side of it as an advocate and as a support for you. And then we'll have face-to-face visits while people are in the hospital, just to make sure that I'm aware of what's happening, if there's questions that I can help them, speak to the doctor about it. And so this is the way that we communicate. And I think it's going to be ever evolving in the future. But I'm a big proponent about giving people information, because people are smart. That once you give it to them in a context that they understand, they can really help themselves as well with their preventative care. And that's what this is really all about.
You talk about that transition of care specialist. Michelle Watson is our new transition of care director. And what that does is you take pride on and try and improve on each and every day your patient experience. Something like that, going into the hospitals, visiting with your patients, that personal one-on-one touch, not only makes them feel just a little bit better knowing that you're out there concerned about them, not just in this clinic, but outside as it pertains to medicine. But what it does is it creates that transition of care link so that when they get out of the hospital, their follow-up visits with their other providers that they're dealing with, it's all taken care of, and it just continues with the theme of what you're doing here at Kellum.
Well, it goes back to, so we have a wonderful medical student with us, Marina is her name. She's here in the room.
Come here, Mike. Why don't you come around and say hi to us? Come around, say hi.
So,
putting her on the spot, say hi.
Say hi.
And she's one of our interns as a part of a partnership we have with the University of Incarnate Word's Medical School. So
we are blessed enough for us to be able to teach third-year students. But the point of that was that we often talk about the honor and blessing of people coming and asking us to care for them. And so, that is something that I hold deep to my heart. If someone chooses us to provide care for them, it is our responsibility, but more important, it is our honor and our blessing that we do what we can to the best of our ability. And so all of these things we're doing are really to enhance that patient experience when they choose to walk into our clinic. We're uncomfortable with people kind of getting lost in a system that we're not necessarily either abreast of or a part of in terms of making those decisions. And so, because ultimately there are patients, and I want to make sure that I understand what's happening through the continuity of their care, and then intervening in areas that I think may or may not be important. We take our job as primary care physicians very, very seriously and understand that we should be the point of contact. Now, that doesn't mean we lead every single endeavor, but certainly want to be included in that understanding, because we have the whole well-being of the individual in mind when we care for them. When we send people out to specialists, they deal with individual issues, but I think for the ones we send to anyway, they leave the context of the holistic approach to the patient to us. And I don't ever want to lose that connection if people are in a hospital, because it seems to be more important then than at any point. And so we want to make sure we stay on top of things as best we can.
And it all adheres to the mission statement that you've set up for this organization, which is excellence in healthcare and patient experience.
Absolutely.
The healthcare part, we know we've got the best. I made the comment last week, I think we've got the 5 best providers collectively in the Texas Tri-County area, and I'll put them up against anybody in this community. But also, we strive to adhere to our premise of excellence in patient experience.
Well, that is very, very important, because what I understand is that you can be a good doctor and give people a bad experience, and they will never understand, how good you may do. What's really important is for people to come to the clinic, receive the care, and then the backside completion of things, medicines, referrals, all those things being done in an appropriate manner. Their illness, their situation is the biggest thing in their life in that moment. And if we don't match that type of expectation to the expectation that they have in that moment of their life, then I think we let people down. We need to make sure that we match those expectations and treat it with the same worry and concern and anxiety that people may bring with that, because sometimes it's just a matter of explaining things and calming those things down, and sometimes it's a matter of doing X, Y, and Z to prove or disprove that something may be there. But people have expectations in that way. If grandma's sick or if mom is sick, everybody in the family worries about that. And if we dismiss that one person by not answering the questions thoroughly, or not being available thoroughly, or not completing the patient experience as we should, everybody will be disappointed in terms of how the care for grandma went. And we don't want that to be the case. We want grandma to be revered, just like she is in the family. And if we can provide that for them so that they can have the expectation that we're caring for them like they want to care for her, then I think we're all doing a good job about that. So that's our patient experience approach. That's why I think it's important. We never forget that it's really a blessing and honor for people to choose us at Kellum Family Medicine. And that's where we start. And all of this has come subsequent to that, for sure.
Remember, you're watching our new Kellum TV YouTube channel. Go to the bottom, click subscribe so that you can get updates on all of these videos that we're going to be producing. We're going to be doing them weekly, sometimes 2 and 3 times a week. I'm going to be talking with Art Campsey. I'm giving Art a second chance on the video. Yes, no. He promised, he begged, he said, I promise I won't screw this up this time.
Because it's TV?
And because it's TV, yeah. I picture him just kind of like, so the camera, all kind of weird. But we're going to talk about health and wellness and the importance of exercise and the importance of walking and those types of things. With Art, Art's a pretty fit guy. Do you not agree to that? Anyways, okay, so this video cast is brought to you by Kellum Connect.
Yes.
KellumConnectMD.com. Much like you're watching this video, you visit KellumConnectMD.com. You'll be able to visit with a provider online on time. You enter the coupon code GETWELL. Enter the coupon code GETWELL, $10 off your visit. Dr. Kellum, I have a porpoise tattoo that's rashing up. Can you take a look at that? Okay. See, just like that. Although you're not there, you're sitting there
or
looking.
disgusted, like I am.
And I don't really have a porpoise tattoo. Not that there's anything wrong with anybody who does have a porpoise tattoo. I'm kind of going off topic.
Totally.
All right, KellumConnectMD.com. Enter the coupon code GETWELL, $10 off your visit. Dr. Kellum, thanks so very much. Don't forget, subscribe to the Kellum TV YouTube channel. There at the bottom, click that little red button, subscribe, and you'll be able to get updates on all the videos that we have. Dr. Kellum, welcome back, San Antonio. Let's get to work.
All right, stay healthy,
All right,
folks.
there you go, folks. Stay healthy. Have a good one.